answer this question. Will the industrial buyer engage in both a cognitive and affective system in making a purchasing decision? And use some article to justify our argument. So I'm Aubrey, this is Anis, and this is Celia. So we're going to answer this question from two perspectives. The first, I will do cognitive system, and then Anis will explain the affective system in this decision process. Okay, so basically the industrial buyer are mainly engaged in this cognitive system. Business buying behavior is different from the individual buying behavior in terms of the buying center and the buying decision process. And an industrial buyer is usually not the only person who can make the purchase decision. A lot of people involved in this process, including buyer, designer, purchaser, influencer, and something like this. And the decision-making process is more rational. It starts from the problem recognition, and in this stage, understanding the organization's needs can reduce the early involvement in the buying process. And then we go into the developed product specification. And in this stage, the features of the products, of the items need to be solved, the problem are determined. And the next stage is searching for products and suppliers. Based on the information got before, from the first to third stage, based on the knowledge get before, and the buying center can start to find the potential source. Then they will evaluate the products and the suppliers based on the specification, and then purchase at last. So this is the basic purchase process from business purchase. And during this process, we can tell that they make their decision based on a lot of knowledge about the product. Because the volume of the purchase, because the volume of the purchasing is normally very high, hence the overall investment is very high. And besides the price, organization also needs to take a lot of factors into account, including the quality, delivery, and the service. For example, imagine a car manufacturer placing an order from an important item that is used in the assembly of the car, but the supplier not being able to deliver on time due to some production fault at the factory. So this can result to a lot of problems. Then, hence, the overall involvement is very high. More time is spent in evaluating the alternative, making sure that the risk of the product or service failure is minimized. So, normally the industrial buyer is more rational and more engaged in cognitive system when they are making decisions.
Yeah. So we've established that industrial buyers are very rational thinkers, rational buying behavior. However, decision-making units are made of individuals, and individuals react to communication and in the same way as consumers. So they do not, managers in the decision-making unit do not make decisions in an emotional vacuum. A lot of things to consider emotionally, such as if I was in a decision-making unit and my job depends on it, my decision that I suggest this particular service to the company, if that goes wrong, I might lose my job. And that's an emotional element. So, industrial buyers typically react to emotional appeals as well, because for a company to advertise their products to B2B buyers, basically just solely based on their product specifications and technical jargon, this is completely detrimental to the brand building, because B2B buyers not only want to buy your product, but they also want to do business with the company behind the product. So, okay, let's take the technology sector, for example. Industrial buyers in the technology sector would typically seek, IT services are generally very high risk. Industrial buyers would typically seek a peace of mind, reliability in an IT service company. So among the emotional brand values for B2B brands are such like trust, reliability, security, success, leadership. So for example, IBM, they recognize that industrial buyers seek peace of mind, right? And so one of their advertisements was a photo of a pillow with IBM embroidery and a tagline that says, what most computer service customers